treat.
Welcome to Gameday Live, presented by Sportank. I am Stang, and that never do it. And that's Oz.
Hang on. Yeah.
Wait.
So welcome to Gameday Live, confusing you since earlier on this year.
It's been so long since we've been back that I've forgotten who I am, what year it is, who you are, everything. It's a full Robin Williams Jumanji experience.
I'll be Steve if you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
You can be Tabs.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes. Cool. Change your names. Let's go.
Welcome to Gameday Live. Basically, all we're going to be doing today is talking absolute nonsense and keeping you up to date with things that are happening in the world of Britball, British American football. And so how are you, Oz? You all right? I mean, I'm a bit like you say, we've been away for a little while.
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. We had the Platty Jubes.
Platty Jubes.
So we had Platty Jubes, so that meant family accommodations had to be made, and requirement and attendance at certain things was specified. So I missed that week, and I think we just ended up not having a show. And then the following week, I was down celebrating a birthday and sort of an impromptu baby shower at the same time with a good friend of mine. So I was down your way, mate. Not the whole way down, but we're down near sort of Swindon, Bath, everything down around there. So lovely 6.5 hour journey from Newcastle. That is obviously.
Man, it still feels weird you saying my way. I'm like that. Which the north?
You're like, where am I?
Or the south? No idea. This is it. For folk that don't know, I've got a change of job from Chester Zoo to the Newquay Sea Life Centre, and so I am currently. Most of my life is still up in sunny Chester, but I'm kind of commuting down to Newquay in Cornwall. So I've no idea. I've had my first week of training course. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea where I am. It's great.
I love the fact you're just commuting around England while not actually living in England as well. So it's just
That's it. You have to go. There's no roads in Wales, is there?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Mike's actually based in Guernsey, and he flies in each morning. And
that's it, but we don't tell the taxman that. So obviously we'll keep you up to date with what's going on, and we'll talk nonsense about our predictions, what games playing, all that sort of stuff, so you get a flavour for what's going on. As always, comments are open, so you can always spam us with whatever you want to say hi. And if you are playing, let us know what's happening. All that sort of good stuff. But should we launch straight into predictions and see how wrong we're going to be for the
well,
weekend?
Actually, I was going to say we've got a couple of games that are underway already. No. So the Rams have just been kicking the bollocks out of the Inverclyde Goliaths for about the last hour. It looks like. So I think they might have been maybe
I've just seen
a
that.
1 o'clock kickoff. Yeah, it looks like it was a 1 o'clock kickoff for the Rams and Inverclyde, and it's 42-0 to the Rams over the Inverclyde Goliaths already. So yeah, it's
that's a kick.
And then
that is a kick.
Yeah, we've got a few other games kicking off closer to our regular sort of 2:30 kickoff. So hopefully we'll have nice clean updates for you and everything. But anybody who's paying attention to that, what is that? That's the NFC 1, isn't it? The Rams and the Inverclyde Goliaths. They're both Div 1 teams. Rams are continuing their push for the division title. They're up against. I think at the moment they're pretty much sort of competing against both the Vikings and the and EKP after the Vikings upset EKP last week. So.
Yeah, both very, 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 very good teams. All three of them.
Yeah, well, the Vikings. Yeah, that's the thing. Both EKP and the both EKP and the Vikings, you would assume have very winnable matchups this week with EKP playing the Wolverines and the Vikings playing the Tigers. So, they're all going to keep in lockstep. With the Rams and the shellacking that they're giving to the Goliaths right now. Yeah. With that said, should we jump into predictions?
Why not? Why not? We were doing our research before this. We were trying to figure out how many teams have that aren't playing this weekend, and we think there's only 2. So if we get this wrong, again, shout into the comments because we got it wrong. So across the board, Tamworth Phoenix versus the Merseyside Nighthawks. Phoenix.
Yeah. It's like the last time they played, it was an absolute washout for the Phoenix over the Nighthawks. I don't really see much difference happening.
No, that's it. And from kind of an exterior source, apparently Merseyside are coming down with half a squad and half a coaching staff, so it's even more of a shoeing maker. The next one, Titans Wolves. Everyone's gone Titans, but it's a bit of a shame because the Wolves have been really good this year.
So I picked the Wolves over the Phoenix when they played them the first time. And I was proven dead wrong as the Phoenix put like 35 on them or something. It was a good belting. So I've really enjoyed seeing the Wolves results come in so far. Like you say, they've had a good season. They're sort of firmly cementing themselves in that third position there in that Prem North division
definitely.
and setting themselves up for playoffs there. But
Giants, Steelers.
Yeah, I think we all. It's a bit of a whitewash season for the Steelers. It's a little bit of a just finish out your games and try rebuild next year, which is quite sad.
Yeah, but as we've seen with a lot of other teams, they're just giving up. Whereas Stanwell just keep going.
Yeah, very true. Very true. But I think there's a lot of pride in the Samwell team. Like for the org itself, they've put a lot of hard yards in over the last few years to get them up to this Prem position. Yeah. So they will be disappointed with the showing that they've put out in their first season in the Prem. I'm going to assume that they're probably the team to go down, and then you'll be seeing somebody like You'll see somebody like Leicester come up. Yeah. Unfortunate. I've lost you there a little bit, I think. You are frozen. Oh, hang on. He's playing catch up now.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Need the hamster to spin faster.
This is it. It's as I was saying in the pre-show, is even when I move down to Cornwall, I can't be guaranteed decent internet, so I'll go from North Wales, which has been, crap most of the time, to Cornwall. It may continue to be crap. Who knows? Yeah. But we'll keep going. Like the Steelers, we'll plug on. We'll do our bit.
Okay. We'll get Mikey on a 4G connection if we have to. We'll make it work.
Olympians, Aztecs.
Yeah, it's again the Olympians are the Steelers of the South. Like it's a lost season for them. I saw the post that they put out after the 90-something performance against the Warriors, and they kind of just fell on their swords a little bit, and they're like, well, not really a lot we can take away from this one, so let's focus on the next one.
We suck again.
Yeah, definitely. Thrashers, Exiles. I thought there might be a little bit more of a split in this one. I took the Thrashers because I think they're a better team. But there was a pause in my head because I was like, could the Exiles? And I can see a route to where the Exiles could win the game. I don't think they will, but I don't think it's not a 100% certainty that Solent will win this game. There is a greater than 0 chance that Kent could win this.
Oh yeah, but
so
I think
shout out to SJ for also believing that.
Yeah. And then the Yorkshire Rams versus the Clyde. We already know. Yeah. The Rams are giving the Goliaths an absolute shoeing.
And then if we look at the other two from that same division there of the Vikings versus the Tigers, and then EKP versus the Wolverines, which we touched on before as well, both of those games seem like they should be pretty set. Heavy favourites on those ones. If you were able to bet on Britball, I'd say that we'd be looking at the line to be set at probably about 15 for each of those games, like just to in terms of the spread. So, and And then another one that we think is probably going to be a bit of a whitewash there is the Falcons against the Bulls.
Yeah,
the Bulls
definitely.
have put in some surprise results this season. I'll give them that. There was a couple of games where they might not have been favoured to win, and they pulled them out of the bag. But I know Leicester's stumbled a couple of times, not necessarily a whole game, but for a quarter or two here and there. But you would assume they're still probably the favourites to win their division quite comfortably.
100%. Yeah, they're just a class act, aren't they? But then you've got two people, SJ and Hayden, saying that the Caesars might put it back against the Romans.
Well, it's been a great season for the Romans this year as well, hasn't it? Like, have they dropped a game at all, or is it just against the? Did they play the Falcons?
The Falcons, yeah. I think they lost to the Falcons, and that's it. Other than that, they're on a flyer.
Yeah, no, it's been a great season. So next one's caused a bit of division, and I think this was one that was this the Breens game of the week?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I thought it was too. So that's definitely yeah. So obviously, me and you have both picked Bournemouth over this. Steve's come in with South Wales. And we can't ask him about it because he's off. I don't know, stand on the sideline for the Aztecs. I have no idea if he's in kit or not, but I know he's standing on the sideline.
I think it's going to be a running joke. We're going to message him and say.
No, he won't, because there'll be no running.
Did you get on today? Oh no, my elbow hurt today. I couldn't. Did you get on? Oh, my shoulder. Oh, my knee. My foot. My big toe. I couldn't possibly play today.
Yeah,
Steve, when you're watching this back, we love you, but we also love bugging you off quietly.
He might not even reach this part because we're 12 minutes in before the first Steve slander. So I don't know if he watches these start to finish when he's not here. He usually watches probably the first few minutes, and if we're shitting on him, then he's like, "Oh, you bastards!" But we've waited 12 minutes before we've decided to mug him off. So we might get away with it. Good afternoon to you too, there, Mick. He's passing on his luck to the Thrashers again. He's passing on his luck to the Thrashers today versus the Exiles. He's pretty sure it's a 2 p.m. kickoff. I think you might be right on that as well, there. Mick, I believe it's a 2 p.m. kickoff too. So if we making our way downtown, there we go. Jordan wants throwing his love in for the Bobcats. Let's go Bobcats. Making our way downtown, walking fast. The Rushmore. Knights versus the Saints. This was a clean sweep from us.
Knights.
I picked the Knights to lose last week against Hertfordshire, and I felt like the victory that they pulled out, I thought it was an upset. So
it's just to spite you.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, there we go. Falcons against the Bulls. So Falcons are up 6-0 on a pick 6. Thank you, Darren. Good to see you in the comments there, Darren.
And I will, for anyone looking on Facebook for the scores, I will be updating them shortly. I'm just going to rattle through this first and then flip it because I'm operating on one screen today.
Yeah, so give him a. It's not overloading with too many things, guys. All right. So we've got SJ as the lone blitz B. So that's pretty brave. I mean, the Spartans have actually, I don't know if it's pretty brave, to be honest. The Bastard Bees is what they're called. I've got a mate who plays for them, and they call themselves the Bastard Bees. And they've put in some decent shifts against some of the other teams. Stallions against the Hornets. The Spartans have been up and down this year. We saw that first game against the Cats where they had a 3-score lead, lost it by 2 points. It's been there was another game where they just got absolutely blown out. I think it might have been the reverse fixture against the Cats, and apparently they only turned up with about 22 and had O-line and D-line playing the same way. So it's interesting. I was a Cat skeptic as we moved to the Cats. I was a Cat skeptic at the beginning of the season, and I've fully come around. I can't do it. I can't doubt them anymore.
All Cats all the way. Don't care. Just all the way Cats. Yeah. Simple.
I am.
I am their unknown fan. You know, in the distance when they can't see me or hear me, and then there's someone going, "Yeah!" when they score. That's me.
Now, Tibbs has gone Lone Ranger, and he's picked the Thunder to beat the Stallions. Jesus, that's brave. That's real. Like the Thunder.
Brave is a word. Dumb is another one.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. The Thunder have not looked good at all this year. You know, we've had Ollie on the sideline of a couple of games of theirs, and we've had first-hand witnessing of them just getting shellacked by teams. The Blitz B being one of them.
Yeah.
And I think we might have seen them getting shelled by the Stallions as well, if I remember.
I think so. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's good luck with that one, Tibbs. You know, I think he's that far behind in the picks. He's got to go for some underdogs to try pull some points back. We got a clean run here for Roughnecks over the Hunters, except no pick from Chris. Chris being the head coach of the Roughnecks there,
yeah.
So refusing to back his boys. That is disgraceful, Chris. Absolutely disgraceful. How are you supposed to rev your guys up when you won't even pick them to win?
Hey, I got accused of that from a certain southwest team,
and they won. And they won. I mean, that was a real foolish pick, though. I'm not going to lie. The other team was woeful. So, moving on to the Railroaders and the Surge. Majority of us are picking the Surge. Ash is abstained. And we've got the Lone Ranger and Steve there. Yeah, he loves himself a Railroaders, though, doesn't he? Crew,
he does.
He loves Crew, and he loves Lee.
Their banter page for the Railroaders is fantastic. They take the piss out of themselves so well. So good on them for that. They have done for years and years.
Yeah, strong social media game from Crew. So we always love to see that.
Love it.
This game has been called off. The Raiders Senators has been chucked in the bin. It is a no-go.
We're not going to say why. We're not going to go on bang on about the league, you know, smashing the league together and having no referees. We're not going to say that. Whoops, I already did. Whoops. Next,
mate, you are praying for Donny.
Pray for Donny.
You are hashtag pray for Donny. You're in there.
I don't care. I'm praying for Donny. Donny.
Yes, you and Donny.
It's a lost cause. So I don't care.
I was going to say, you do know that you're agreeing with Tibbs.
I was not aware of that, but now I am. Tibbs, I think it's a solid picker of kind of teams, apart from everything else that he's done. But yeah, I just saw it and I just thought, you know what, pray for Donny.
Hashtag pray for Donny.
Why not?
Boo Lightning. We've all gone Boo Lightning.
Boo Lightning.
Boo Lightning. We've all gone Boo Lightning, and everyone's picked the Bombers.
Correct.
So, yeah, we're not happy with the Lightning. They've put in a shameful performance this season, haven't they?
Yeah. Boo.
That was
very boo.
What was it? First outing against the Alphas. Didn't want to come out in the second half unless they benched their starters. And then they benched their starters, and then they started. You know, the Lightning started trying to win, so the Alphas put their starters back in, and then I'm pretty sure they then forfeited like 2 of their next 3 or something, or one of their next 2. Like, it's just been disgraceful. Like, take a hard look at yourself in the mirror there.
Boo Lightning.
South Lincolnshire Lightning. Boo Lightning. The Devils versus the Cardinals. We've all picked the Devils, and I hope they kick the shit out of them. Just because that mouthy little prick. Right, this one's personal. This one's personal. I got into it in the comments on one of our posts with a guy from the Cardinals because well, thanks, Matt. I put some oil in it. Yeah, I freshened it up for you, mate. I freshened it up for you. You were telling me it looked a little bit sparse. You know, the heat was getting to it. So. No, I got into it in the comments in one of our posts with one of the guys from Ipswich because they took offence to the fact that we'd picked Ooze Valley to win. And I literally told him, I was like, well, the only thing I didn't take into account was Ooze Valley was more fucking woeful than you guys are. Like, it's just... And then he had some big sook about how they were a rebuilding team and all this bullshit, and like was giving it the big uns, and then they got slapped the following week, and that gave me great joy. And now I'm hoping the Devils kick the shit out of them. I used to like the Cardinals as well. I really did. Like, I was a big fan of the fact they changed their logo from that pedo holding the football to just the regular old set. Yeah, no, but fuck him now. So go the Devils.
Yes, Boo Lightning fucked up. Yeah. Sorry, fuck Cardinals.
Fuck Cardinals.
You heard it here on Sportank, Gameday Live.
Yeah, Boo Lightning, fuck Cardinals. I'm not Catholic, I can say it. You know, they're not my men in hats. So,
East
so we got the
Sabres.
Yeah, Sabres and the Renegades. This one's provided a little bit of discourse, which actually it confuses me a little bit because the Sabres have been on one this season, man. Like the Sabres have I don't think they've dropped a game.
Nope.
I legitimately think they've won every single game that they've had thrown at them. So I'm just going to double check that.
So you went Berkshire.
Yeah, so they're 4 from 4. And then the Squadron haven't won a game. The Mavericks have won 1 game, and Berkshire's won 3 out of 4. So this is the chance. This is the chance for the sweep for the Sabres there of their division. Just going back to the Cardinals and the Devils, right? Just want to touch on how fucking woeful that whole division is. The Devils are 5 from 5. Second place is the Gladiators at 5. Like they're at 2 and 3. Like your second place team has a less than 500 record. Ouse Valley and Ipswich are at 1 win apiece. It's just horrendous. Whole fucking division's a disgrace apart from Norwich. Well, actually, the NFC 2 West is a disgrace. There's only 3 fucking teams in there. The Surge, the Railroaders, and the Miners. What is going on?
But we love the Miners, the plucky Miners.
Oh, you love the Miners. I'm like, yeah. So it's the Mavericks and the Squadron. So this is just bad playing worse. We've all picked the Mavericks to win this, which, it's no shock based on the fact the Squadron haven't won a game this season. So maybe they should play the Cardinals or the Trojans.
Right.
Right. That was our predictions. So
there we go.
I'm going to take that down. Yeah. I'm going to take that down to give you a chance to do some score updating. Aaron's has said the SFC one, not sure there's much point predicting as it's pretty much chaos week to week. I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree to that. Mate, honestly, neighbour's dog just... They don't love him. They do not love him. So, I don't know if I agree with that comment a little bit for the SFC, because obviously the SFC one's got the East and the West. Predominantly, you can kind of bank on Portsmouth to lose in the SFC West. So it's always a safe option, but they're not playing this week, so that takes that safe one out of the equation. Then my next sort of one to fall back on is that the Warriors and the Saints would probably lose. And then the other safe options for the SFC East is I would say the Thunder. Like I'd be looking at the Thunder to lose. And then it's kind of... Yeah, I kind of get what he means, though. Like, with the East in the middle part, you got the Blitzby, the Spartans, and the Stallions all kind of just milling about, doing bits and pieces. But, yeah, the Hornets and the Cats are the... which is... I didn't realise that's a top-of-the-table clash that we've got there this week for the Hornets and the Cats. So, the Hornets are 6... So, the Hornets are 5-1. The Cats are 4-1. So, one's at 800, the other one's at, 833. So this essentially should decide who finishes top of the division. So, big game there. Big game between the Hornets and the Cats. Maybe that should have been your fucking game of the week as opposed to Bobcats and South Wales there. Breens, hey, ever think of that?
They made their choice. They went with it. Stand by it. But, there was one I've just noticed from... Scott Smallman there. The Spartans scored 2 point. No blood. Blitzby lead 8-6 in the second.
Ooh.
So the Blitz B,
Nice.
the bastard Blitz or whatever they call
Yeah,
it.
the bastard bees.
Bastard Bees are 8-6 up. But yeah, there was one other fixture that unfortunately the Apache aren't playing today because yeah, for reasons.
Yeah, Apache, and you know the Apache were due to play the Monarchs. If anybody, actually cared, it wasn't just the Apache going to be playing on their own. It was they did have a team that they were versing.
No, but due to reasons, they're not playing, which is a damn shame. Right,
so we've got some score updates. As we'll jump into these while you do some score updates. Right, let's have a look see here. What do we got? So the Warhawks go up 7-0. So QB Josh Guthrie runs it in from 4 yards out. Jordan Edmondson kicks the extra point. So the Warhawks are up 7-0 in their game. Oh my God, that Rams scoreline against the Goliaths that we saw, the 42-0.
yeah,
It's half time.
42-0 at halftime.
Yeah, 42-0 at halftime.
Oh, mercy rule.
Yes. So, as we saw from Darren here, just mentioning that the Falcons got a pick six over the Bulls. So, pick six as Cal's passes return for the first score of the game. Miscommunication seems to give Falcons an easy score. PAT is good, so it's 7-0 there for the Falcons over the Bulls. And then, a little bit cocky there. The squib kick almost recovered by Leicester. But the Bulls do recover and get the ball on their own 35, so some decent enough field position for them. The Devils have hit first in the Devils-Cardinals matchup. Fucking get in. No bias here on Game Day Live. We got the Warhawks up 14-0, so Jordan Edmondson busts it for 60 yards, steps up and kicks the extra point himself into the first quarter. Warhawks lead 14-0. What a guy. What a guy.
I've scored, I'll kick it. You know what? I'll pass it to myself. What a legend. The full Mr. Perfect thing.
Just looking like one of those old the old NFL like pick me fantasy football videos where you just throw it right down. Yeah. So the Bulls are definitely in trouble for the second pick. The second pick has come through. So number 20 for the Falcons, as the Bulls quarterback Cal sees his own deep third down pass picked off. Falcons first play from their own 33 results in a tackle for a loss on the run though. South Wales and the Bobcats have gone to the end of first quarter at nil. So
we're grown-ups, honest.
Oh, yes. So Cambridgeshire versus the Hornets. Cambridgeshire are set to receive. Vikings have got a touchdown there against the Tigers. So the Vikings take a 6-0 lead as the 2-point attempt is no good over the Glasgow Tigers. We've got East Kilbride have kicked off up against the Lancashire Wolverines. Just having a look through. Oh, we got something. Yep, so we've got I'm going to apologise because I'm going to butcher this. So Cambridgeshire wide receiver Tabiso Mpofu catches the ball for a TD from QB K Dennis. Kick is no good. Cats lead 6-0. I'm really sorry if I've completely butchered your name there, Mr. Cambridgeshire Cats wide receiver. And north. So, now, how do you read this username?
Go on.
How do you read it?
Poor Glover 92.
Now is that Poor Glover? So PAW Glover 92, or did your brain go where my brain went?
PAWG Lover.
Lover 92.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course I did.
But we have no idea. We have no idea what PAWG means.
No, not a clue.
Just looking to see if the missus is home.
Oh god.
Right.
This is you in trouble.
But he has got a point. Northant's Twitter, killing it right now. So, let me see if I can just bring up the actual tweet itself, and then I'll share my screen.
I'm just trying to scroll down.
You shouldn't, not with your internet. Should only be
Yeah, don't touch it.
Should only do one thing at once.
Oh god.
Right, so we've got the Northants Knights Twitter up. So I'm just gonna share my screen very quickly
Go
again. Where are we at? So if we see here, no football for 11 weeks. Hopefully means no game day live. Oh, hang on, let me take this down so people can see. Feel like
Just
pure
want
shit.
Oz back.
Just want Oz back. I'm back, baby. I'm back.
There he is.
Yes.
There he is.
I'm here. My beloved. I need to move to Northampton. Is what this is. Like, I'm gonna have to move to Northampton, and I'm gonna have to do what Steve is doing with the Aztecs, where I'm just standing on the sideline, pretending I'm gonna play, following him around the country. Because no. So a mate of mine actually went and did rugby training yesterday, and he was like, "Do you wanna come?" And I was like, "I can't. I got to work this weekend, so not possible." But he texted me, and I was like, "How'd it go?" And he was like, "Yeah, great." He's like, "They've got a 2s, and they're looking at maybe fielding like a social 3s, just depending on numbers." I was like, "Mint." He's like, "They practice 6:30 Tuesdays and Thursdays." I was like, "Where are they?" They're about 45 minutes from me. I don't finish work till 5:30. So yeah, it's. So I mentioned it to him. I was like, I'm gonna probably have to find something a little bit more local and just play against you on the weekends. And he was like, "I'd rather you didn't play at all." He's like, "I remember." He's like, "I don't want to have to go up against you." And I had to explain to him that I'm not the same rugby player I was the last time we played together, which was, we're talking 3-4 years ago now, when I was about 2.5 stone lighter and I could play a full game. Now I'm good for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20. Yeah, I need to play rugby league is what I need to do. I need to have a run, and then I can walk.
Yeah,
and then I can
bang,
have a run
down,
after,
roll it back, bang.
Exactly.
So you're good then.
Yeah, so given that it's a Twitch comment, I think the lover version is probably more likely. Yes, I think you're right there, Aaron. Aiden, unfortunately, we've got nothing on Surgeon Crew at the moment, though we would love any if anybody's got some.
Mikey Gray.
Yeah, we love Mikey. Hello, Mikey. Bombers are up 2-0 at the Boo Lightning. Only 2-0? Cheeky little safety. Boo Lightning.
Boo.
Right, we got some more score updates. 21-0 Warhawks. QB Josh Guthrie connects with wide receiver Harry Hodgson for a 40-yard touchdown. Jordan Edmondson adds the extra point.
Pray for Donny.
Pray for Donny. You silly boy.
Yeah, I know.
So looks like the Falcons O is struggling against the Bulls at the moment. We see that Ryan Lloyd backs up his pass breakup in the first quarter with an excellent open field tackle to help force another Falcons punt. D is stepping up big time so far. Cats D stopped the Hornets from getting out of their half. Cats ball on the 30. MJ runs it in for the touchdown. So Cats are taking in a strong early lead there. Against the Hornets, which we picked, but it's still quite surprising.
Like I said, what wild fan over here for the Cats. I don't know why. I'm just involved now. I'm just part of the setup.
So we're in the first.
LL Cool P.
It might be an LL Cool P. So the kick is no good. The Cats lead 12-0 over the Hornets. We're still in the first quarter of the EKP Lancashire game, and Lancashire are pulling out all the stops at 0-0. The Lancashire QB rolls out on 4th down fake punt attempt and finds a receiver for a first down in Pirates territory. Hey, Tommy Lunchtime. So disappointed with Donny. Too many injuries and players left from last year. Bad times. We are sorry to hear that. It's never a good thing to hear struggles in the sport, especially from sort of the cult teams, I will call them. So Donny's a bit of a cult team to me. It's like you want them to do well, but no offense, but not too well. Like because you don't want them to fold. You want them to do well enough to not fold, but at the same time, they're there for the memes.
I'm just trying to make sure I've got everybody in.
Well, I've just been yelling them at you, so I have no idea.
I think we're all right. We've got nothing from the Prem North yet, though.
No, it's been quiet. Usually the Titans give us a little bit from their social media. Same with the Wolves. Actually, same with the Nighthawks. But we got nothing.
No, so Tamworth Phoenix, Mooside, Nighthawks, Titans, Wolves, Giants, Steelers, Olympians, Aztecs, Thrashers, Exiles. The Rams are still battering the Goliaths 42-0. Vikings 6-0 over the Tigers. Nothing from the Wolverines. Pirates, though they've just kicked off at half-2. Falcons 7, Bulls 0. Caesars 0. Well, Caesars and Romans nothing. South Wales Warriors, Bolton Bobcats nothing. Knights Saints nothing.
No, that was nil into the first. Warriors.
What
Warriors
was that? Knights Saints. Oh, Warriors Bobcats.
Knights Saints. Sorry, yeah, Warriors Bobcats. Nil first quarter. Into the first quarter.
Warriors Bobcats. Hang on, let's do that while I think on. Otherwise, I'll get kind of completely lost. And
Jess, we're getting 12-0 from the official Cambridgeshire Twitter account. They've mentioned that they've failed both either extra point or 2 PAT attempts. So,
there we go.
not sure how we. So we've
hi, Jess.
yeah. So we've hi Jess. By the way, we've been told that both kicks are no good. I'm just checking back through the history. Yeah, both kicks have been and Jess can't count. So
It's all right. You're a Seahawk captain. You don't need to count.
Counting's overrated.
Yeah. So where are we up to? I haven't got a clue. Blitz B beating the Spartans. Cats, we're not sure. We believe 12-0. Or 13.
12-0.
Who knew?
No,
Who
12-0. Vikings have just run in another one. 2 PAT is no good, so the Vikings are now at 12-0 over the Glasgow Tigers as well.
12-0 over the Tigers. Let us bang
indeed.
that bad boy in.
Yes, indeed.
Again, this is a point where we need, do you want to do us like a little song and dance routine or something? While
I can definitely do
this.
I'm gonna do a rain dance, but not really asking for rain, just asking for score updates. So my ancestors, the ancient white people.
Those guys.
I was wondering where I was going to go with it, but I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure, just all of my descendants. Sorry, all my ancestors are white, some form of British white. Even though I was born, obviously, in Oz, hence the name, and the shitty accent. This is just I don't really sound like this. This is a joke. But yeah, I was just I was hoping to sort of do a little bit of a dance where you ask for something that you don't have, like people used to do, asking for rain. I'm just gonna dance and ask for Prem score updates, but it's not gonna happen.
Let's see if there's anybody
Rams go for it on 4th and goal, can't make it into the end zone. Inverclyde take over on their own 11-yard line.
So they may only be suffering an extra 2 points coming in soon. Sorry, guys. Blimey.
Oh, Birmingham. The Bulls are taking a little cheeky jab at the refs on their Twitter. So they're running back with a great run, only stopped by a tackle he was voluntarily turning his head to look at, apparently. No face mask thrown on the play, and the Bulls are forced to punt a few plays later. So not happy with the standard of refereeing there, Mr. Bulls Twitter man. Pirates get a stop on 4th. Twitter guy. I used to be a Twitter guy. Pirates get stuff on 4th and 2, and the Wolverines have made it deep into the Pirates' half. So, still nil. Yeah, still.
Nil.
In the EKP Lancashire game, and Wolverines looking to maybe first strike.
Who
Which,
knows?
I mean, I feel like the Wolverines are maybe the clear 4th team in that division.
Yeah.
Like you've got EKP, Vikings, and the Rams all sort of vying for the top
here.
spot. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the Lanks sit clearly in their own little tier, and then it's a tier breakdown to Inverclyde and Glasgow, poor Scotland.
And then 10-0 Bombers over Boo Lightning.
Boo Lightning. Boo.
There you go.
We boo you. We boo you for your shithousery this season, South Lancashire.
Oh, God.
Oh, Barry coming in with it as well.
10-0, where are we?
Just in case, you know, everybody wants to make sure that we get our Boo Lightning updates. I'll tell you that much. We can't get a Prem update to save ourselves, but we'll probably end up getting another 10-0 Bombers over Boo Lightning before anything else. There we go. Yeah, Devils 8. Thank you, Dave. I've already you're late. And I need to lambast you actually, Dave, because Dave is I've known Dave for years. We played back when they were Farnham together, and he's part of the OVE setup. And I'm not happy, Dave, because you lost to Ipswich. You lost to Ipswich, and that's what set up this whole like Ipswich being dicks on Facebook, and they hurt my feelings, and I'm just not happy with what was going on. So please sort it out. Cambridgeshire have just come through and said they've got back-to-back sacks on the Hornets. And then the Cats get the ball at midfield. A 33-yard run from Kay puts 1st and 10 on the Hornets' 19-yard line. So they're up 12-0 in the red zone again. This could be, a blowout, one could think.
Who knows? I'm game for it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bring my screen up again because I just want to touch on some of the games that we've obviously talked about and predicted here, and some of the ones that we don't have any scorelines for. If you were to look at some of these unanimous decision ones, where would you go for? There we go. Jess has just come through. Cats 19, Hornets 0. So. What we saw from the 33-yard run, they did punch it in when they were on the 19-yard line there. So, thank you, Jess, much appreciated. So, if we're looking at some of the unanimous decision ones that we've got here, so Dave's just mentioned he's sorry about that. He fancied a win, but thought it'd be much better to upset me. Well, you and Ipswich had the same idea. Because they fancied a win, and now they're getting the shit kicked out of them by well, they're not. They're only down 8-0 by Norwich, and now that I've gone and said that, they could probably come back and win.
I kind of want them to now.
Yeah, just to shove it in my face, just to shove it in my big, fat Antipodean face. So I just want.
Face.
Yeah, well, it's the Antipodes covers both Australia and New Zealand. So
There you go.
I'm just vaguely ambiguous about where I come from, apart from the nickname, obviously. But everybody, always asks to go, are you from Australia or New Zealand? I just say yes.
No, Holland, obviously.
Creates, I'm from Zealand, not New Zealand. Creates much frustration with the older generations when, where are you from? Are you from Australia or New Zealand? Yes. But where? Yes.
Yeah.
So it's just me being difficult because I can.
Yeah.
So if we look at some of these unanimous picks, where would you go? So we'll break it down to we'll remove the Rams and the Goliaths from this little exercise because I think that one's a bit of a foregone conclusion.
That's done. Yeah.
So let's just go for the top ones that we've got here. Removing Solent, removing the Rams. Who's got the best chance of an upset when you look at these matchups?
Wolves.
You reckon the Wolves over the Titans?
I think they've got the best chance of an upset. Yeah. Or
See,
you counting the Exiles in that one though?
I wasn't because somebody actually picked them to win.
No. But yeah, I think out of those, I'd say the Wolves, but on their day. But the Titans are just going to smash them to pieces.
Well, because my thought, my sort of curiosity with the Wolves were at different points in time, the Titans have been the best team in the country outside of the Warriors. Like it's just the Warriors have just kind of, I say when I say they looked like I haven't seen them play, but looking at box scores and from what people have said and everything like that, the Warriors again have just looked like the best team in the country. It's like who's
sure.
going to finish second? Like and not just in the nation, but on the like in the SFC and everything like that. Like who's going to be the runner up? Mick, we've got nothing on the Solent game so far. I've messaged a couple of people I know who are associated with the team, and I'm hoping to get an update, but nothing so far. So Tom's come through and he said the Hunters. So we've obviously I didn't go so far down to include the Roughnecks, but I'm happy to. He reckons that maybe the Hunters are in the best position to have the upset over the Roughnecks. So I just want to have a quick look because I feel like that is quite bold from Tom because the Hunters haven't won a game this season. They've only played 3, but they've lost all 3, and they're not the Kings bad. The Kings have not scored a point this season in 4 games. They are in a 153 deficit. But in three games, the Hunters have only scored 26 points and they've conceded 103. Now the Stags are the cream of the crop in that division. They're 5-0, as Tom probably knows, seeing as he plays for them. And then the Roughnecks have only lost to the Stags, I believe. So it's, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit brave coming through with the Hunters there, Tom, just because nothing that they've shown us this season would indicate that they are going to pull it out over the Roughnecks.
Blimey. Have you, by any chance, away from this, had a look at the Rams Twitter feed for the rain?
Oh, I'm just seeing it now.
Oof, that doesn't look like fun.
Jesus, is that game being played in Scotland or is that game?
I don't know. Normally Steve goes for home team first, doesn't he?
I've no idea.
Because it's not. I mean, Americans do it at or versus, and they do it like backwards.
So I'm gonna defer to Tom here because Tom's mentioned that the reverse fixture there. So the Roughnecks versus the Stags. The Roughnecks versus the Hunters. It was a close game, and I'd completely forgotten that because I think that was really really early on. Was the Roughnecks? Because if I remember rightly, that was week 2 or week 3. I think it was early doors when they played when they played the Hunters. So I'd completely forgotten about that. So any updates come through from the Titans and the Wolves game yet? Illness got me stuck at home. No, we've got nothing. Sorry, Craig. It's been radio silent. So unfortunately on that front.
We are trying. We're both got our phones out trying to message people for updates.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's all quiet at the moment. Again, nothing, Matt. So Matt's just asked if we've got a night score. Nothing so far. Right, we have got a score though in the Bulls-Falcons game. Disaster for the Bulls as the ball carriers tackled in the end zone for safety. Falcons lead 9-0. So we've got the end. Well, I mean, if they only kicked off at the third quarter.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a lot more than that, but maybe they're not going all out.
So we've got the end of the third quarter in the Yorkshire game. So the Rams can't make it on 4th and 1. Inverclyde takes over as the fourth quarter starts. Rams, Inverclyde, 42-0. So that running clock doing its work there. We had a 42-0 first half, and then the running clock combined with what looks to be torrential rain coming through there, making the scoreline appear closer than it probably should be for the Goliaths. So the Cats have taken over the ball, looking to put some more points on the board to go with their 19-0. And EKP have mentioned defensive PI on a call on a deep Wolverines third down pass takes them to the EKP 25 for the second time in the first quarter. So it's the second time the Wolverines have been almost inside the red zone there, looking to see if they can capitalize on that. And I'm just going to stop sharing my screen so I can bring my messages up and see what people are messaging me.
Yeah, well, that's it, folks. Is we're trying our best. We basically what we've got is we've got our phones, we've got our own Facebook, we've got like a million different Twitter feeds that we try and kind of bounce off. But if anyone has any updates from anywhere, throw it into the comments and we'll broadcast them. And that's basically it. Is we just round up from everything. There we go. Tommy, lunchtime. Do you want to bring him up? Or?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just replying. Right, recommended from you guys. Played one rookie season with Donny last year. Top rushing yards and touchdown. Come back from ACL surgery and a double shoulder surgery. Stay a look elsewhere. Age 32.
Ooh, ACL and double shoulder.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I'd almost say spend time with your family. Okay, so I would say personally it depends on. Are you looking for a challenge? Are you looking for? Are you looking to just have some fun? How close are you in terms of? I'm assuming if you played for Donny, you're in the South Yorkshire area, so there's a lot of teams that are in the Yorkshire area. You've got the Rams that are there, the Sheffield Giants are there. I think the Leeds Bobcats folded the season, didn't they?
Yes, they've gone.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Obviously the Rams are in Div 1 currently, and the Giants are in Div 2. So in Prem, not Div 2. Yeah. Sorry, I was just my brain was just counting up. Two's better than one. The Giants are in the Prem, and the Rams are in Div 1. So if you're looking to sort of take a step up from the Div 2 level, and then obviously at the same time, if you're open to travel, Humber is in the same division, and they're they're in they're a little bit over from Donny. I'm gonna bring up Google Maps because my Yorkshire knowledge isn't too bad because I used to live there, obviously, but
you've done better than me. I wouldn't have a clue. I would have gone Chef, Yorkshire Rams, and maybe Humber, but that's up and.
Yeah, well, Humber's on the coast, so it is a wee bit of a drive still. Let's see what else that we've got in that sort of area. So the Rams, if you're looking at sort of Div 1, if you're looking at the Prem, then you've got the Giants are in that area as well. If you're wanting to stay in Div 2 and just give the body a chance, then where are you? You're in Donny. Where's Donny? Pray for Donny.
Pray for Donny.
Right, there's Doncaster. Right, so Humber's not too far of a journey. It can be done. There's like Hull's, the M60. You go the M62 by the looks of it from Donny. Obviously Scunthorpe, so the Alphas are not too far from Donny.
That's a good shout.
And they've got a really good setup there. So that would be another one if you don't want to go play for Humber. The Alphas looking at pushing for promotion as well. It's just unfortunately I would say if you're wanting to get something fully out of the sport, Div 2 is like if you're actually wanting to get a proper competitive experience and you're wanting to sort of get better and things like that, Div 2 is not the place to do it. I've played Div 2, I've played Div 1, I've played Prem. Prem, unless you're playing for one of the top 2 or 3 sides, you're going to spend most of your weeks getting shellacked. There's going to be there's unless you're maybe like an Edinburgh or like a Bristol, where you lose 2 or 3 games a season and then beat the tar off everybody else. It's going to be sort of a rough run for you unless you're joining one of the top squads there. Div 1, I think, is where I had the most fun. Like, that was where I found it was the most parity as well, because you had the teams coming down from the Prem, the relegated teams that were usually good enough that even if they'd lost their best players to back to other Prem teams because they wanted to stay in the Prem, and even the team that was coming up from Div 2 were usually decent quality at least, unless everybody had departed from them as well to go sort of to a better Div 1 team or even to try for the Prem. So I would say personally your best bet is probably looking at Div 1 and looking at maybe playing for the making your way to like the Rams, or staying in Div 2 and looking at the Alphas, because the Alphas are obviously making a push for Div 1 shortly anyway. I would say they'd be the 2 best ones for you there, Tommy, personally.
Tommy lunchtime. We have an update for the Knicks Mersey game. Thanks to handsome Russ Paulson. It is 34-0 Tamworth over Merseyside.
He is very handsome though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's just a little bit too handsome. It's not okay.
He's not allowed to be that handsome. Damn it, you're making us all look bad.
Needs to be called Handsome Jack. Right, so Donny have scored against Humber, 21-7. Mustang score. Number 12 connects with the wide receiver, number 87, for a 2-yard completion in the end zone, and they kick the extra point.
Pray for Donny.
They're working. The prayers are working. Another strong defensive showing stops yet another 4th down TD attempt as Kerr Stewart bats down the pass to end the first quarter in the EKP Lancashire game. That's 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. Ooh, 0-0. So that's a really strong showing there from the Wolverines. First half 2-minute warning. So the Devils still lead the Cardinals 8-0. Cats Q2 has started. Cats up 19-0. We're at halftime there in the Warhawks. Donny. Warhawks lead 21-7. Some great plays made by the defense. Cornerback Matt Ashton getting a specialty shout out. He's got 2 picks in the first half. Go on, Matt Ashton.
Good.
So Tommy's just said Giants going down, Alpha's going up maybe. I don't think the Giants will go down just because the Steelers are worse.
Yeah. They're not the crappiest. They're not great, but they're not quite the crappiest.
Yeah, it's obviously we've got the Giants and the Steelers playing today, so we'll find out. It's no better time than today to find out. But Alpha's going up. I think who would they have to go through? So if we look here, so the NFC South, so they'll probably, how many teams go up and how many teams go down?
I thought it was just the winners go up. It used to be, it was the finalists, wasn't it? It was 2 finalists went up, but I think it's just 1. I may be wrong.
If that's the case, then the Alphas have obviously got strong competition so the Bombers are about to go to 4-1. So in their own division, the Bombers and the Alphas will be, vying for that sort of NFC 2 title. But I think the Alphas beat them quite comfortably last time they played.
Yep.
And then in the NFC 2 North, it's the Stags at the moment are the team to beat. The second team in that division is the Roughnecks. Roughnecks are playing the Hunters today. It was a close matchup as I've forgotten his name. As Tom mentioned, the last time those 2 teams played. So I would assume then that we've got Stags playing the Alphas in the final there for the Div 2 North.
There we go.
So Falcons have running a touchdown there. Darren's just letting us know. So 15-0 missed PAT. Ryan's asked any news on Surge versus Crew, and Peter has come through. Surge leads 6-0 over Crew at halftime. Peter, much appreciated. That's the first update that we've got for the Surge Crew game. So much appreciated on that. It's also come through on the Surge Twitters as well, just letting us know halftime score there. So, straight from the next possession, Leicester pass deep and then punching in with a short TD pass. Botched extra point snap sees the score now 15-0, as we were just informed there in the Birmingham-Leicester game. EKP, couple of big plays, including a bubble pass to number 82, Bubble McBride. Andrew McBride takes the Pirates down to the halfway line. And then Rams defense stand up to the test on 4th and inches, take over on their own 3-yard line.
Ooh.
Whoa, what a play. What a play.
Well done. That's big. That is massive.
That is huge defensive stop. That is what gets you hyped up.
Yeah.
Like, especially they're in the fourth quarter now as well. You know, you keep it. Your offense is looking for the burger. You know, they're on 48, looking for the burger. You're looking for the donut if you're playing defense. Like, you do not want to be giving that up. Sorry, it's 42, not 48 in the Yorkshire game, I believe. But
close enough.
Yeah, no, huge crunch time.
Barry, Bombers 16. Boo Lightning.
Boo Lightning.
Nil.
And the Cats have punched another one in. I was literally about to touch on this. The Hornets punted. Malik returns the ball to the 38 line, Cats ball. And then obviously the Cats have just taken it from there and gone in.
Yeah, it's good. There's an update on the Mavericks.
Actually, no. I think we expected that versus the Squadron. I was about to say that's surprising, but no.
The Maidstone Pumas.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
Well, Hastings folded and became the Thunderbolts, and then the Thunderbolts decided to go back to their Hastings roots and folded. So the only team,
we know.
Yeah, the only team that we've got to make fun of now is the Southeast Pumas, which I shouldn't because I got a mate who's associated with the setup. So
do it anyway.
Keeps telling me they're doing big things, and I keep reminding him they lost every game for 5 years in a row.
So what was that Cat score? 26?
Yeah, 26. No. So yes, Cats over the Hornets is 26-0.
Cool.
So that was a K pass to MJ who runs it in for the score. Kick is good. Finally got their kicking boots on there, the Cats. So they go 26-0. And then we've got some updates from EKP. So Strawn Bailey bursts through the 10-yard line with a big run on the end around, but a multitude of flags brings back one of the Pirates' best plays, offensive plays of the afternoon. And then a positive Pirates drive comes to an end as they punt on 4th and 14 with a well-placed Scott McDonald boot pinning the Wolverines back on their own 10-yard line. So we're deep into the second quarter on that, and that's still 0-0 there between EKP and the and Lanks. So so the Glasgow Tigers get a toe-tapping pick from number 20 Ryan Campbell to round out the half. Still 12-0 Vikings over Tigers, and no joy on offense for the Bulls as they go 3 and out with a punt incoming.
I've seen that from Aaron Gilbraith there. Stang saying what we all know.
I'm assuming that's when you were talking about I think that's when you were talking about the Pumas. Southeast Squadron versus Torbay Trojans charity match. No, because charity matches you want people to attend. Like, charity matches are designed to draw people in to come to watch it and spend money to help raise funds for the charity. Charity matches are not designed to have two teams who need charity play. That's not how it works.
Yeah, I think that my next, I'm going to avoid the sort of like south west for a charity match for a little while. I mean, the closest we're going is in December. We're going to go to Bristol, but after I tried my damn best to put one on in October in Cornwall, they were like, "No, we don't want it." I was like, "Well, fine, I won't then." So. There we go.
So the Cats are getting muggy in their 26-0 victory with the onside kick recovered.
Come on, the Cats.
Golden chance missed for the Birmingham Bulls D as a fumble on first down is recovered by Leicester. And we've got a halftime score. The South Wales Warriors lead the Bobcats 7-0.
Who predicted Warriors?
You.
'Cause I went Bobcats.
I went Bobcats. Steve picked the Warriors.
Oh,
Steve,
because he'll be insufferable.
Oh, Steve and Tibbs. That's even worse.
Oh, God.
Well, not just Stephen Tips. It was also Sean, Ash, and Chris. That was literally a fight. That was literally a 5v5 split. That was the only game that we were completely evenly split on for the entire week. So, yeah, maybe we shouldn't be so like the Bobcats are going to win it because 50% of us thought they weren't. Halftime, Humber 21 over Doddy. Oh, you yawn. Oh, I need to yawn because I was up late last night.
Oh dear. Any reason? Any fun reason, or just because you wanted to?
Nah, just working. Ooh. The missus went out to bottomless brunch.
Nice.
And came home just absolutely tanked at like 3:30 in the afternoon. Just completely smashed. Her and a mate went through 3 or 4 bottles of prosecco, and apparently the woman at the brunch was just like, "You two are chatting too." Like she was literally just trying to like get them to drink more prosecco. It's like, this is costing. They pay for it's a set fee, and then you can drink as much as you want. Like if you keep giving them more, that's costing you more money. If they only drink 2 bottles, like it's a fucking winner because they've paid 30 quid for 2 bottles of prosecco. Like it's insane. But yeah, apparently this old Geordie woman was just trying to ply them with booze, telling them they were talking too much and not drinking enough. So I feel like she was vicariously trying to have a hangover or something. I'm not sure.
Drink more, then he can black out. Go on.
Yeah. Get out of my pub. So Darren's just mentioned we got 18-0 to Falcons field goal there.
Nice.
And we've got a Britney Spears. No. Oh, I feel bad now. It's a Shakira gif. Big hit from number 11, Ryan Miller, or Shakira, to his teammates, prevents Wolverines' first down, and after a penalty on the following play, the Pirates get the ball back. Halftime there. Boo, Lightning down 16-0 versus the Bombers. Boo, Lightning.
Sleepy Lightning.
Yeah. Boo.
So 16-0. Let's make sure we get this right, and then I can do a little. I'll try my best to do a little rundown of some scores.
Yes, I believe it would be.
So
it is about that time.
It's about that time. So here we go. We've got Tamworth Phoenix 34, Nighthawks 0. I won't go to the games that we haven't got scores for. There's no point. Yorkshire Rams 42, Inverclyde Goliaths 0. That must be wrapping up shortly. They're in the mercy rule from half-time. Vikings 12, Glasgow Tigers 0. Falcons 18, Bulls 0. South Wales Warriors 7, Bobcats 0. Rushmore Knights.
While you do that, I'm going to quickly run and get a drink.
Okay, you do that. London Blitz B 8, Essex Spartans 6 was the last one we had. Cambridgeshire Cats 26, London Hornets 0. Surge 6, Crew 0. Donny 7, Humber Warhawks 21. Lincolnshire Bombers 16, Boo Lightning 0. We're up walk over there. Apache 1, Monarchs 0. Norwich Devils 8, Cardinals 0. And East Kent Mavericks 26, South East Squadron 0. And that is it from the there he is, he's still gone. Yeah, from Britball, from the games for today. There was the Women's League, the Prem South, the Wembley tournament. It was the Birmingham Lions beating the Hertfordshire Cheetahs 36-0. London Warriors beat the Wembley Stallions 64-7. Birmingham Lions beat the London Warriors 29-27, and the Wembley Stallions beat the Hertfordshire Cheetahs 27-8, and that was the NWFL Week 5 from yesterday. And I think that is you up to date. Who recovered the onside? I will have a little look.
I'm back.
Hiya, there you go. Who recovered the onside?
It was Cambridgeshire recovered an onside in their game versus the Hornets, but I don't know who recovered it themselves. It just said, it just says kickoff recovered by the Cats. MJ runs it to the Hornets 12-yard line.
And is it going to be a relentless or a monster, or what is he on? What? Oh, record lick.
No, it's a monster. It's
Oh
just in
right,
a recorder
okay.
link glass.
Oh right, I was like green.
Green
I'm-
recorder link.
I'm just on coffee.
Oh, very good.
In,
Very good, very
in
good,
that
very
one.
good. We got a Warhawks TD. Josh Guthrie connects with wide receiver Stephen Hagave for a 27-yard TD. Jordan Edmondson adds the extra point.
Hey, hang on. No, that's brave for Donny.
Yeah, what are you cheering for? So I heard you just touching on the women's league scores, and
Yes, sir.
I wanted to bring up something that I saw yesterday. And I thought it was poor taste, and I just wanted to get your opinion on it. I don't know if you saw it, so I'm going to bring it up on here.
Okay. That's when it's
And it's come from Gridiron Memes.
Oh, go on.
What is your
I'm
opinion
braced.
on this?
Oh. Can I take the fifth? It's not great, is it? We're trying they're trying the best in the UK to to be inclusive, and it's flag, it's women's, that it's hard for women to get into the game anyway, and then they're shouting this all over it. You're like, oh come on, but it's gridiron memes. That's what they're famous
and that's
for.
it. That was the thing. It's obviously they've come out and they've said that it's sent in, and I don't know the guys who run Gridiron Memes. No idea who's behind it or anything. I had an affiliation with them about 5-6 years ago, but no idea who runs it now or anything. And I get that it's submitted content and they have an engagement thing and things like that, but I just feel like this could have been one that you could have just not posted.
They've done a couple recently that have been, oh come on.
Like I get that humor is subjective. Like I joke about pretty much everything under the sun. Like, and this, I've got a dark sense of humor. But I just felt like with this, it's like, have a chuckle, move on, leave it in your inbox. Leave it in your inbox because
it's a bit poor.
With everything that's going on, like you say, with trying to boost the game, and it's hard enough to even get them engagement onto or exposure is the word I'm looking for. Sorry. It just I looked at it and I just sort of I rolled my eyes a little bit, and a mate of mine actually is this comment here that I saw it and I was like, perfect. That's probably I don't know if you can see that, but he's just mentioned, he's like, the fact you've posted this says a lot. Misogyny isn't something worth advertising. Would you have posted this if it was aimed at a minority ethnic group? Get rid.
Yeah, fair. Because we've been setting up the Seahawks women's, and it's hard for them to get into it. They're all saying, I'm brand new. I've never done this before. I've come across from rugby. It's hard work, and then you've got it is. Gridiron Memes is a massive. It's got a massive broadcasted base, and it's pumping out stuff like that. You're like, oh mate, that's poor. That's very poor. But again, that's what the reason I didn't see it is because I think I've got the page. I've unfollowed or muted it, so because they've done some shonky things on there recently.
Yeah, it's so I was very briefly affiliated with the Portsmouth women's team for just a season when it would have been 2018, back when they were still running like Diamond Series and things like that, and did my level 1 and just helped out with some coaching for them as they went and won their division. I think it was when they were Div 2 when they earned promotion to Div 1. Honestly, man, some of those women that I coached, more eager to learn than half the men that I'd played with, bigger balls, willing to stick their head in. And even the ones that had come over and had never played before, never done a single thing, like, some of the coaches were like, "Oh, well, we could start a flag team," and they were like, "Yes, we want to play flag. Like,
Yeah.
just we want to play football." So it's just I saw it and I was scrolling down. I saw it and I just rolled my eyes and I was like, I get that, and I'm not going to sit here and stand on a pillar and because I if you go through my Facebook, there's probably 10 to 15 things that you could see that you'd be like, you shouldn't joke about that, you shouldn't joke about that, you shouldn't joke about that. But so I can't sit there and yell at them from my my pedestal because I don't have one. But I just felt like that was one that you could have just left, and if it was sent in from someone, you could have just left it in the inbox.
Yeah, but they're not pumping out as much as they were. Well, I mean, when we knew, when I was playing like years ago, it was everything. It was bang bang. There was loads of stuff coming out from it. Recently, it's just been, let's just see how controversial we can be.
I was going to say it's what's the most sort of relevant thing in Britball at the moment, and how do we tack on the back of it?
Yeah.
So Darren's just mentioned he read the comments on the left. Not much support there. It's a bit low. Would they dare to say the same in front of the players?
Not a chance. No.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't have the ball.
Any updates on the Wolves game? Nothing yet, mate. We've have you got anything on the Titans? Did you get? You got
Not
an update
the
on the
Titans,
Phoenix?
I got the Knicks. Yeah,
you got the Knicks. Yeah. So Matt's just let us know that the Knights are up 19-0 over the Saints.
Ooh.
So thank you for that, there, Matt. Any updates on the Thrashers? Sorry, Mel. It's all silent on the Thrashers Exiles front. Darren's letting us know that it's 18-0 to the Falcons at half time.
Yeah, we got that.
And then Aaron's just mentioned, I think it's fair game to criticise Baffa for the amount of effort they're putting into promoting it, considering they can't put a single communication about the things that are going wrong in the adult contact leave. However, this is not the way to do it. It's clearly meant as a joke, and it's not particularly funny. Fair statement.
Fair enough.
Statement.
Fair shout.
I get the memeing on the Baffa side, but that's not memeing on Baffa. That's literally just taking a shot at like all women. You know.
Yeah.
It's just like would you show your mum that post?
No. Well, that's it.
So,
we've gone back in time, I think.
Oh, mate, with everything that's happening in the States, we have definitely gone back in time.
Oh yeah, it's one of those ones of that is too big to unpack. What's going on in America right now? And the thing is I've sort of, because I've been away on my course all week and then just come back to it. When you just kind of, you're reading, you're trying to catch up with the news, and you're going, this isn't real. This clearly this is just jokes. This is maybe there's memes on BBC, but
yeah,
wow. So for anyone that may be watching this in America, we feel for you because we have absolutely no idea what your I don't know, is it your local government or your big government is doing? We haven't got a clue. It's mental. Feel for you.
Now that we've gone on our extremely liberal rantings, it's time to get back to football. EKP.
So we need to get back to it. Fuck Baffa. Some reset. There we go.
We've just lost our ultra Christian conservative audience. God. Right. So EKP touchdown Pirates. Greg Black burst through the end zone after gaining some tough yards following a series of big offensive plays. Kick is good. Pirates in front 7-0. Humber turnover. Cam Weeks sack fumble on the QB, and Luke Tompkinson recovers it. Warhawks football in good position. Cardinals and Devils have gone to half time. 8-0 to the Devils still. So, update from the Bulls. John Williams catch off a deflection. The only positive on the Bulls' next drive is they're forced to punt. Good punt by Ryan has the Falcons inside their own 30 with one play left in the half. So that's where we got told that it went to half time there. Any Titans scores? Wesley's asked. No, Wes, I'm sorry, mate. We are. Where is? I can't remember his name. Where's our mate who always turns up? Jack. Where is Jack?
I don't know. He might be. Well, he'd probably be playing, wouldn't he?
No, that's not acceptable because he messages us when he's playing. So what's going on?
Yeah, damn it, Jack Watson. What are you doing, you bum?
So 34-7 to the Warhawks. Running back Jamie Sprangle goes in from the 1 yard line. This time Jordan cannot add the extra point.
Best name ever.
What, Jamie Sprangle?
Sprangle.
He sprangled free. Sorry. Halftime Vikings 12, Tigers 0. The Wolverines punt after going 3 and out on the first drive following a TD, bringing the Pirates O back into the field with momentum on their side. Interception. Tyler Broad, interception on the Inverclyde 2nd and 2. Runs it in, but a flag. Holding brings back the ball. So, no pick six there for Yorkshire Academy Rams.
From James Harris there in the comments.
Fuck the government, fuck
chased them.
Baffert. Heard Stormzy change the lyrics yesterday. Yes, he did. Stormzy is a massive Britball fan. Yeah.
We've updates. I don't know if we've had it yet. We may not. 26-0 Cats are up, and the Phoenix are up 34-6.
All I got told was the Hornets punt. Malik gets a 15-yard return and Cats ball on the 20. So then the Cats have obviously punched it in from there. So Strawn Bailey is having a monster of a game for the Pirates apparently on the jet sweeps. So more big yards for Strawn Bailey, takes the Pirates to the edge of the red zone as he bursts through a crowd of defenders. So he's causing all sorts of trouble there for Lancashire. Humber have gotten the ball back after outside linebacker Cam Meeks picks off the Mustangs QB. Warhawks take over in Mustangs territory. The Rams have one on-time down remaining following that interception that had flags on it, and I believe that game is now over.
Oh, well done.
42-0 final score to the Rams, I believe. Just waiting for confirmation there against the Goliaths.
Yeah.
If Stormzy was a big Britball fan, do you reckon he's a Warriors or a Blitz supporter, or is he a Titans? Because he's obviously got.
He's probably going to go Warriors, isn't he? He's going to turn up. Yeah, who looks good, and the Warriors will just say we're dead good.
Because he supports. He's a big Manchester United supporter. Like that's his football team, and I'm not just memeing on that because someone put a photo of Stormzy in when they were talking about Romelu Lukaku when Lukaku played for United. But no, he's actually he is a big United supporter. So maybe he'd back the Titans.
Maybe
this is the all-time low that we've reached when we're looking for filler content. By the way, what Britball team would Stormzy support?
This is it. We are trying. We've got phones. We've got Hootsuite. We've got Facebook. We're trying everything. We are trying our best for you, the viewer, to get you up to date scores.
That's the thing. We want to give you actual content, but instead it just turns to who would Stormzy support if he supported Britball.
Who'd win in a fight between? Cricket Pete versus Stormzy.
Oh, Stormzy would fucking destroy him. You could give Cricket Pete the bat and he'd still get battered.
Oh god, it's so bad. Right. All right.
Ooh, I'm assuming that's The Office's Michael.
Yeah,
Scott.
That's Michael Scott.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the Cats maybe they seem pretty safe.
I don't know. I haven't. I've got a confession to make.
What?
I haven't seen all of The Office, either British or American.
Oh.
So I've seen parts of it, but I haven't seen all of it. So I don't know if I know the character well enough to be able to. We got some updates. Just been told Titans 7-7 Q1. Titans took the lead and Wolves just answered. So that must have been maybe a 3 p.m. kickoff, or maybe even a 3:30 kickoff.
Yeah. I was thinking because I was going to sound really lame. Maybe because the base in Scranton, Scunthorpe.
Well, Harrison Cooper has just mentioned that Michael Scott loves controversy, so he'd go for South Links.
Yeah.
So
maybe. All right, I will update some scores. Titans 7-7.
Dwight would definitely be a West Coast Trojan supporter. Him and Baggy would have just been
Yeah, baggy.
Brit Ball memories. Brit Ball memories with Bay.
Wonder where he is now.
No idea. Waiting for the under-19 games to finish. So that is why we've got a late kickoff there on the Manchester-Edinburgh game. So, Warhawks 34-7 into Q3 over Doncaster. Hashtag pray for Donny.
Pray for Donny.
EKP is inside the 10-yard line as a big run from Dougie Meehan takes it just shy of the goal line to set up the Pirates. So they're up 7-0 over the Wolverines, and they are inside the 10.
Well, I'll press save, but I'll be ready just to update.
Touchdown, Pirates!
There we go. He's like, save, touchdown.
Dougie Meehan caps off another big drive with the rushing score. Kick is good, and the Pirates double the lead.
14-0.
14-0.
Oh, brilliant. Love it.
No,
Love
don't
it.
be silly, because the Olympians never post anything. Well, actually, hang on. Let's get on this. Do you remember Steve set us up with an Instagram account?
Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about them.
Yeah, so did I.
Well volunteered.
Yeah, damn it.
Oh, here in London, O's 0, Bristol Aztecs 36.
Sounds about right.
That puts them straight into the Mercy Rule.
Yes, and Solent up 19-6 over the Exiles.
There we go. See, we have facts and numbers and figures for you. Thank you, Darren Walker.
Right.
And the dog goes off in celebration.
Shh. So the Olympians' Twitter is just pointless. Sorry, not the Twitter. Their IG.
19.
Just having a look at the Tamworth Phoenix.
Do you remember when we used to have a gopher? Someone would be updating all these screens in the background.
Oh, yeah.
And we could just talk bollocks.
Producer,
It's great, wasn't it?
do you mean Producer James? I remember
Yeah,
when we had Producer James.
Yeah. And so we wouldn't have to just keep going, ooh, I've got to update, ooh, I've got to... We could just waffle for like 3 hours.
Yeah, but then that's how you end up with what Britball team does Stormzy support.
Yeah, I'm all for that, though. I'm down for a bit of waffleage. I believe 34-0. Aztecs are up 34-0 at the half. You know what? 34 or 36. It's a kicking.
Yes, it is.
Anything from Stallions Thunder from Paul Butler? No. Not yet.
Oh, we got a Pirates touchdown though. EKP.
Another one.
Yep. So terrific special teams play as Connor Zaharev strips the ball from the Lancashire returner on the kickoff and returns it himself for the score. Kick is good. EKP lead 21-0.
Wow. Well played, EKP. Give
Big
that
teams.
ball, I'm going to score. See you later. Oh.
Big, yeah. Oh.
What?
Oh no, it was the under. So the under-19s. So that game that we were waiting to finish there, the Knights. It was the Knights under-19s game. Ended with the scoreline of the Titans 21, the Edinburgh Knights 18. So very close. With the Titans pulling out the victory there. For anybody who cares about the under-19 scoreline.
So might.
I think people will. I like to hope so anyway.
Yeah.
Just having a look to see if we can find anything else. Solent usually has somebody pretty good on their social media side.
Third quarter, Railroaders 0, Surge 12.
Ooh.
Splurge.
So apparently someone from the Bathurst social media team is down south at the Exiles Thrashers game.
Ah, So we'll get nothing then.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I'm sorry. I must apologise to our governing body of British American Football Association. We take pot shots at you every week, and you never defend yourself. So I'm gonna say sorry. I'm not gonna stop, but I will apologise.
I refuse to apologise. Fuck you guys. Third quarter, Surge lead 12-0 over the Railroaders.
There we go.
And we have got confirmation of full time there in the Rams versus the Goliaths. 42-0 Rams over Goliaths.
Boom.
Touchdown Pirates.
Again.
We can barely keep up. Kerr Stewart intercepts the Wolverines on their first offensive play after the previous scores and takes it home for 6. Kick is good to cap off an absolute blinder in the second quarter from the Pirates there. 28-0.
Wow, that has just gone bang.
Yeah. That first touchdown and then the kick return. So the first touchdown and then the second touchdown, and then it's been 3 in about 5 minutes. The Vikings have scored as well. 2 PAT is good. So they lead 20-0 over the Glasgow Tigers.
20-0.
Is that 21 points and that's 6 plays? I'd say it's probably closer to about 3 plays, to be honest, because it was the touchdown and then it was the kick return. And on the kick return, they fumbled it. And then on the first, it's literally 3 touchdowns in one play, one offensive play. Yeah. Because they score, then they return the kick, and then they pick off the QB on the actual first offensive play. So,
from Dave Booker, Titans 14, Edinburgh 7.
Nice and close. Thank you, Dave. We appreciate your updates, mate. That's one of the games that people have been asking after. So, anything you can give us is greatly appreciated. Turnover on downs for the Hornets, and the Cats take over the ball on the 33-yard line. It's busy.
I know, it's fantastic. I love it. We like scores. Throw scores at us. We love it. We love stats. That's why we like LL Cool P. Big fan of that. But yeah, we'll endeavour to find more scores, and then we'll fire them at you.
All of the scores. All of them.
Or like gallons of scores.
Yes. Anything you can give us, we will throw at you.
Yeah.
Like tar and feathers. Is Cats versus Hornets Q2? I believe it might be Q3. I think they had halftime. Oh, no, here we go. Jess has just told us we got halftime.
Oh, Jesus.
Just got me straight in.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How you doing?
Oh, not bad. How are you getting on?
Hey?
How are you getting on?
Up. Just about to kick off. Both teams lined up, and the refs hadn't come out of the changing rooms yet. So the refs are just coming on.
Britball.
We've had a burning question today in today's show, and I'm going to get your input on this because it's probably something that's just breaking Britball's minds at the moment. Who would Stormzy support if he followed Britball?
O's.
The O's?
Yeah.
Not the Warriors?
Nah.
Or the Blitz?
Nah, I think the O's. I think he's South London, right? He's like Croydon.
Is he? I don't know enough about him. Because I just know he supports Manchester United in soccer.
Oh, yeah. Titans.
So I thought he might back the Titans. Yeah, see?
Nah,
Logic.
I'd have him down for an O's supporter.
Oh, yeah, but he's a winner though, isn't he?
Hey, they're not a bad team. They're just the worst team in the Prem South.
They're not a bad team. They're just crap.
They're not crap, man. They're better than most teams in the UK.
Well, God, yeah, 100%. But they're just having...
True. I suppose you've got to put it...
back to back.
You've definitely got to put it in perspective that they are probably better than about 70% of the rest of the country.
Oh, well, what? Yeah. I would say even higher than that.
Yeah.
They're not a bad team.
Okay, so where would you put them? Where would you put them versus the Giants and the Steelers?
That's a good one.
So that's bottom. That's bottom of the North. That's bottom of the
beat
North.
The Steelers. I think it'll be a good game between them and the Giants. I think, but I'd say they beat the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers are Prem quality this year.
Okay. Okay. Let's drop down. Let's drop down a hang on. Let's drop down a division then. What about the Falcons?
They're just a yo-yo team. I think the O's will take the Falcons. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheetahs.
I think they beat everyone in Div 1.
So you think they come back up then?
Oh yeah. They're a yo-yo team too, just like Falcons are.
So okay, so you put them below the Giants, so that puts them.
No, I didn't say below the Giants. I said I don't know. I think that's a good game.
Okay, well, give us who you think wins it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say the Giants. I'll say the Giants.
Okay, then I'm assuming you think the Nighthawks beat them as well then?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so that puts them below the Titans, below the Wolves, below the Phoenix, below the Nighthawks, and then you've just said below the Giants. That's 5 teams then. And then that's also below the Warriors, Aztecs, Blitz, Thrashers, Exiles.
Yeah.
So that makes them the 11th best team in the country.
Out of the 12. Yeah, and I think that's fair.
Okay.
I think it's fair.
Fair dues.
What about like the Vikings, the Rams, or EKP?
I think they beat all of them.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Nice. Good on you.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
I mean, I can't organise a fix. Yeah, prove me wrong. Yeah, cool. Let me just get my fixtures book out, and I'll call the O's, and I'll call EKP, and I'll be like, look, I know you're from Scotland, but do you mind travelling down to London for a game, or I know you're from London? Yeah. Just to settle a bet, do you reckon you can drive to Scotland for me, please, Mr. South London?
What is there any shocking results today? Any sort of
No.
upsets?
The Cats versus the Hornets.
What?
Cats versus the Hornets. Cats.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. No,
Yeah.
I had the Cats down to win. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, the only the Hornets have only lost one game all season. That's the thing. Like for it to be 26-0 is the surprise for me.
Yeah, the
for
Cats
it to be
on an upward trajectory, though, haven't they? Like they had that
Yeah.
loss. They have an opening game of the season loss. I'm fairly sure. Now they've just bounced back really nicely. So
Yeah, they almost lost to the Spartans. They were down 20, they were down 21, and then came back and beat them by 2 in the fourth quarter, and that sort of turned their whole season around.
I think
Phoenix are up 34-6 over the Mercy Rule Nighthawks.
Wow.
Titans Wolves only 14-7.
LL Cool P there saying the Cats are using their fifth string QB today.
And they're beating the team that beat them in week 1. So the Cats lost to the Hornets in week 1, and they're now beating them with their 5th string QB.
Yeah, this is payback. That's what happens in Britball. Well, how's the Thrashers and Exiles going?
I think we had like a 19-6 to Solent over Exiles at halftime, Darren was saying.
Yeah, that's about right.
Titans and Wolves is really close. So the Titans are only up 14-7 over the Wolves.
Yeah, I saw that. That's just interesting, but yeah. I don't know. I find the Prem North difficult to call at times. Like we've had it, the last few seasons where you get these odd games where teams just don't perform so well, and then they, the next week or a couple of weeks later, they're like they smash the piss out of someone. So, and particularly Tamworth do that, and I would say the Titans as well. So it's just weird. It's a lot more stressful than the Prem South.
So Bombers are up 24. What do you mean it's a lot more stressful in the Prem South? No, it is not. Oh, I thought you said stressful. I was like, no, it's not. You all know you're going to lose to London, and now you're just figuring out who's coming second.
Yeah.
Like, there's no stress at all.
We're doing a good job of that so far.
Yeah. Did you guys? When was the last time you played the Blitz?
A couple of weeks ago, we beat them 10-8.
Right.
A couple of weeks ago, about a month ago. So we've got them away soon. We've got the Warriors away next week, and then I think the Blitz after that. I can't remember the schedule, but we had all of our home games early in the season because they're relaying the pitch at Filton. So so everything's away now, which is better for me because I'm closer.
So we've got some halftime updates. The
Right, I'm gonna drop off. We're just playing, so.
are you playing? Are you?
Stevie. Love you, bye.
I didn't know that those sunglasses were regulation. You're not allowed visors. You can't have a tinted visor.
Team's playing. Bye.
Oh, your team.